Hi everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to be back. I'm Angie Hunt. We're here in the LDRS Creative Studio, and tonight we are doing a close-up of our newest collection that just went live today. So I'm so excited to be here with everybody. I know it's kind of an off night. We usually do this on Thursday nights, and this is a Friday, and at least here in Michigan it's beautiful, so I'm sure there's a lot of people who have decided not to show up today because you guys are, doing some other fun things, and I don't blame you if it's gorgeous out. And we are heading into fall, so we've only got so many summer days left. So for those of you that are here tonight, thank you for spending this time with us. It's always wonderful to have you guys here, but even more so on a Friday night when I'm sure you had other options and could have been doing something, maybe outdoors, and I don't know, but thank you again for being here. So I'm seeing some familiar names come in. That is so exciting. Hello to, who's here? Let me see. Margie is here, and Beth Brooks, welcome. Sarah Fincham is here, and Wendy. Sue D is here. Beth Vallone, who else is coming in? Jay Haas, I'm seeing, let's see, some more names are coming. Oh, Linnea's here. Hi, Linnea. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here. Like I said, today is a big day for us. It's the big reveal. We've been waiting for this, so excited to show you guys everything that we have for fall and Halloween, as well as all of our Christmas stuff. We've got almost 50 products in total. I don't know if you've taken a look at the website. Retail stores are getting their stuff in too, so make sure you're checking, with your local retail store, whether it is your brick and mortar local store or your favorite store online. Everybody's getting their products in, so lots and lots and lots of good stuff. We also launched a whole bunch of videos on our YouTube channel first thing this morning, showing you guys how to use some of the really cool things that are in this new collection. There are some things that I think it's nice to see how to create with them, some of the special things with those, and giving you some inspiration, and just walking you guys through and showing you how to create some cards for the season, and maybe you take those card ideas and you create them exactly as they are as soon as you get your products home. Or maybe you take it and create your own version of that. But definitely take a look at our YouTube channel, because we've got a whole handful of videos that went live just today to celebrate and to show off this new collection. So we've got more people coming in. Hello to Keely and Tracy. Becca is here. Very exciting. Thanks, everybody. Okay, so excuse me. I am getting over a little bit of a cold that was weather induced, because I have terrible allergies. I'm allergic to everything, and so the change of seasons, especially here in Michigan, so we have all the seasons, but it just really sets off my allergies, which turned into an infection and blah blah blah. So I'm coming off of that. If any of you know me, also Alan and I, our son, graduated from high school. Just at the end of, the school year. And so we actually just took him off to college. So I've got my Kalamazoo college sweatshirt on, which seems to be all wonky and I don't know, whatever. But we took him, and so I'm trying to keep my mind, on everything that I'm doing and off of him, but we literally just left him yesterday, so my heart is just crushed. So anyway, that's what this is. This is all, in support of him. He's doing great, by the way. But anyway, I don't know if you can hear my husband in the background. He's out in the other room. Apparently he took a phone call, and I can hear him in my ear quite loud. But as soon as my husband and producer gets back here, we'll be able to switch the camera.
Where do you want to go? 2, 3?
Yes, let's go to 2. All right, there we go. Yep, that's good. Okay. So, all right, let's see. Oh, thank you, Beth. She says, congratulations to your son. Oh, and Margie, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness, you guys. And hi, Sandy. I see you're here, too. Okay, so we're going to get started with some of our new fall stuff. Now, you guys know how much I love the stamp stencil die little, mini collections, if you will, that we do. And we've got one now that for fall that is called Hello Sunshine. And oh my gosh, I love this. I absolutely love this. At first glance, they look like sunflowers. But I got to tell you, you can do these flowers in any colors that you want, and you can use them all year long. But we called this Hello Sunshine just because they look like sunflowers, and I just thought it was fantastic to celebrate the end of summer and the move into fall. I think they're so pretty. So this, the way that they work is you've got one large stamp here, and this stamp has multiple floral pieces on it. Now you're going to stamp all of these at one time, so you get 4 stamps in total, including the large floral collection. Plus we have 3 sentiments. One, it says, "You are the sunshine of my life," "Wishing you a sunny day," and "Hello Sunshine." When we flip this over, you can see what everything looks like in color. I absolutely love this. I think it is so, so beautiful. So this is your 4x6 stamp set. To go with that, we have the coordinating dies. There's 7 dies in total. So you get the one large die that's going to cut out all of those flowers all at one time, but it's going to cut them into individual pieces. So you can see that we've got cut lines all around each of those pieces. So you're going to run that through your die cutting machine one time, and it's going to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 floral pieces all separately, individually at one time. We also have 2 dies for each of those sentiments. So it's going to cut out the sentiment, plus you have a shadow that's going to go with that. And we can see on the back here, we always map out which die goes with which stamp. And then last but not least, we have the layering stencils. So to begin with, well, let me go back here. To begin with, if you work just with these 2, you're going to have absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous results. If you want to add the stencils in, the layering stencils, there's 4 of them in total. All of our stencils are going to be numbered. You have those alignment guides on each of these stencils that you're familiar with to help you easily line them up with your stamped image or just with each other. So this is why I said with these 2, with the stamp and the die, you can use just these 2 by themselves. You can add the layering stencils. If you want to color with markers, you can, but if you want to color with your layering stencils, you can layer them, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We map it out on the back how you can do that, and you can get some gorgeous color with that. But if you choose not to use your stamps, you can use the stencils on their own, and you can get a gorgeous no-line coloring effect with just your stencils, and everything will line up perfectly still with your dies. So the really great thing about this is that you have a lot of options with how you can use these products together. And here is a gorgeous card sample showing you just one idea of how you can create a beautiful floral arrangement with one of those sentiments popped up on a little bit of foam. Really clean and simple, beautiful, beautiful card. Absolutely love that for fall. And like I said, we're showing this here in like orange and yellow. This flower over here is done in pink. If you want to do all of the flowers in pinks or purples or blues or whatever combination you want, you can use this stamp set all throughout the year. I just think it's stunning. So that is our Hello Sunshine little collection there. So lots of fun with that. Next up, also for fall, and I'm going to have to apologize because I forgot to grab one of the products from the warehouse. So I do have to apologize. I don't actually have the stamp on hand here. I meant to get it and completely forgot until I was setting this up this afternoon, and then it was too late to go get it. But if you remember our big words, the very first big word set that we had said thinking. And it's actually 2 products where we have the die, and then we have the coordinating stamp. And they were so popular. I absolutely love working with these large words. So the big word this time is thankful, which is absolutely wonderful for fall, for Thanksgiving, or just really any time. But I just love it. So you're going to get 5 dies in total here. So you get the big word that says thankful. You also get that large shadow die. And then you get so, for, and you. And that's going to cut out each of those words individually like that. You can see how that shadow frames the large word thankful really nicely. The die set can be used all by itself. And then we also have this, it's a 4x6 stamp set. It will have the large word thankful that is the exact same size as the die. It will also have the stamps for the you, the so, and the for, and the additional stamp that says for all you do. So you can actually use these together. You can use them individually by themselves. That shadow die around the large word thank you is going to perfectly shadow the large word thankful stamp as well. So here we're showing you a beautiful, beautiful card. Clean, simple, easy, and it's done just with that gorgeous die, and we cut it out of beautiful gold foil. Here's another example. Isn't that so pretty? Absolutely stunning. You're going to notice, I'm going to show you these momentarily. You can see some of our new stencils in the background there as well. But how pretty is that? We've framed that in a beautiful vellum with the shadow there, and did a little bit of kind of a little, oh, what do you call it, like a little spritzing, I guess, of a beautiful gold paint on there. And then here we've used that shadow die to actually cut a window through the card. How pretty is that? So, so beautiful. So lots of options with that. And like I said, momentarily, I'm going to show you the stencils that go in the background there. You'll see those in just a moment. So love, love, love the big words. They're so fun. They've been hugely, hugely popular. Let me see, what else do I have back here? Got a few more things. Lots of stuff to show. Okay, next up, we have our Halloween party. So we're going to move into some of our Halloween items here. So we've got the Halloween party stamps and the coordinating dies. We've got 10 stamps in total. Now, Halloween party, I love Halloween stuff. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite, well, holidays, if you will. This stamp set is one of our standard size character stamps. So we have the pocket pails, which are much smaller, and then this one is our standard size. And we have these adorable little critters having an absolute wonderful time at a Halloween party. We've got this little cat is dressed up like a witch, carving this pumpkin. We have that little lizard poking his little head out of the pumpkin. Little banner of candy corn. We've got the little witch's brew here. And this one it's a little bear dressed up as a bat, actually, and he's got a little drink from that witch's potion. You know, he got that out of there because this little cat served him up here. She's got her little ladle. She's getting a drink. So, so cute. We've got these, a couple of them over here. They're all dressed up, but they look like they're walking like little zombies. They're just so, so adorable. And I love this little stacking of these little pumpkins with that little lizard on the side. Here you can see what they look like when they're all colored up. On the back of our stamp sets, we always show you what they look like when they're colored up. It's easier to see than when you look at them like this. But on here, you can actually see the true size of the stamps. And then, of course, we have the coordinating dies. And we've got a die in here for every one of the stamps with the exception of, actually, no, we do have the sentiment in here. I almost forgot that. We do have it for every single piece in there. And then we have that mapped out on the back showing you which die goes with which of those stamps. So here are some really sweet card samples showing you, just a couple of ideas of how you can work with these characters. So this one, we've got them actually like they're carving the pumpkin and just having a little fun with that little witch's brew at their little Halloween party. This one I think is just so sweet. And this one we actually have that one of those layering stencils in the background. I'm going to show you in just a minute. And here, this is another little sneak peek, so pay attention to that sentiment here. But how cute is that? It's so, so sweet. I love the colors in it. This looks great. This card here, I think you could just use this for fall too. I think it's just lovely. So as I showed you these two here, remember the little background in the background here you see the little two different colors with the little leaves, that little pattern here. This one is done in two different greens. That one is actually our diamond leaf stencil. So it's a 2 stencil layering set. So you get 2 6x6 stencils in there. This one I think really shows off what you can do. You can do a lot of different color combinations. We're showing kind of fall colors here, but again, I think this beautiful, little pattern here, it almost looks quilted if you look at it. And we're showing it in pink on the back of the stencil. So really, I think this is a universal stencil set. And I think this could be used all year long. If you want to do this, if you want to use this even for Christmas cards, you could do this in like a beautiful burgundy and a green, or a red and a green, or even a red and a gold. I mean, you can do some gorgeous, gorgeous things. You could do some beautiful like pale pinks and purples and blues and things, you know, for your springtime, and, you know, even some, you know, nice kind of hot colors for summertime. This other one here, remember this card here? See that beautiful leaf in the background? I think that is one of the coolest things that we've come up with in a long time. We're calling that the leaf outline, and that is, again, a set of 2 layering stencils. And we're showing you some of the effects that you can use, you can get with it. This one I think is really cool. This, every time I look at the back of this makes me think of like camping. I think that would be really, really cool to have, to do like a masculine card or something for Father's Day. I think would be amazing with that color scheme there. Here we're showing you kind of a fall rainbow color scheme on the back there that I think is really, really neat. So lots of fun. I absolutely love stencils, and I love both of these because they can be used year round. I think they're just awesome. So I think those are 2 of the really super creative things that we've got going on. And here we're showing you too, it's not just for fall, but you can use them for Halloween, and they look absolutely wonderful. So next up, we've got some more Halloween stuff. Here we've got graveyard ghouls. So I really wanted to be able to create, you know, we had the Halloween party with the first set, and I thought, boy, wouldn't it be fun if we could actually create like a graveyard kind of a scene. I thought it would be really fun. And that kind of goes back to when I was a kid. In our neighborhood, we had some of the most spectacular Halloween setups in the yards, like in the front yard. So when we would go up to the house, there was this one where they actually had not a graveyard, but a casket on the front yard, like on the front lawn. And, you know, all of that, what do they call that? The dry ice and the music and all that stuff is really spooky. And you had to go up to the casket, and the casket would open up, and you had to like trick or treat at the casket. It was really freakish, but it was really cool. And so I thought, boy, wouldn't it be fun? I haven't seen a stamp set where you could really do a really, really neat graveyard kind of a setup. So that's really what inspired our graveyard ghouls. Now this is a pocket pals set. So you're going to see that these are smaller. If I hold this up to our Halloween party, you can see the difference in the size of the characters, all right? So knowing that this is pocket pals, you know there's going to be some sort of a house. But just if you wanted to use these on their own, you could create the coolest graveyard scenes. So we have the casket here. We actually have the top of the casket separate. So you can stamp that, you can, you know, die cut that, and then you can like fold it on the end, and you can make it so that it opens and closes. We have the really kind of spooky fence here. And we have little, you know, like tombstones, and who else do we have in here? These really, really neat skeletons. Some of the characters in here are actually, I don't know if you can see them very well. I'm trying to hold this still. But some of the characters, like this one here, actually reminds me of like the Addams Family. Here's a little vampire. There's some kids over here all dressed up as little witches, and we've got, you know, the little ghosts, and they're kind of playing, you know, like making a circle, like Ring Around the Rosie kind of thing. But all like with the little ghosts and stuff. They're just so, so sweet. Candles melting here. I love looking at these skeletons and all the different positions that that we have them in. We've got a really, really neat card with that I think I put a little bit further down. Let me see if I have that right here. Oh, here it is. Look at that. Those are the skeletons. Isn't that the coolest thing? I love this card. Absolutely love it. Love, 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 love. Okay. True to form, though, we've got 30 dies here in this die set, and it's going to cut out every single piece that you're going to find in the Graveyard Ghouls, and we've mapped out on the back which die goes with which stamp. So I mentioned that there was going to be a house, because we always have a house with the Pocket Pals. We had a lot of requests for a haunted house, and so I thought it would be fun to not just do a haunted house, but to do a haunted mansion. So I love this haunted mansion. I think it is absolutely, absolutely stellar. I think it's the coolest thing. And along with this large haunted mansion stamp, We do have a moon. We've got this really funky kind of spooky tree here. We've got some sentiments in here, but we also have, these are little silhouettes. This one is of a witch, that's a Frankenstein, that's a Dracula. We've got a bat up here, and then we also have a little ghost. And these are sized so that you can actually stamp them in the windows, and it looks like you've got a little silhouette of a witch or a Frankenstein or a vampire in the window. It's like the coolest thing. I really, really love it. And then, of course, we've got sentiments. Fangs for the memories. You're terrific, terrorific, looks like terror, and then ghostly greetings. Here on the back you can see an idea of how you can get that colored up. And then of course we have the coordinating dies, and we show you on the back which die goes, you know, where they go. You'll notice we have the large Haunted Mansion die that just cuts out the frame, and then we have two separate dies for the windows. Because this is a large house and we have like one collection of windows over here and one collection of windows here, we did the windows in two different dies, so you can layer them over very specifically if you want to cut out, you know, the windows and doors and, you know, have them open and close. If you don't want to do that, you can just use that frame die around it and just cut out the shape around the house. You can also cut that, like, you know, right on the edge of your of the fold of your card and create a card that is the shape of the mansion. So that would be really cool too. So here's a beautiful card, and we're showing you with this one how when you cut out, you know, those windows, the windows open and close, and you can put all those little characters in there. So some of these we have opening and closing. If you want to put characters over, and these windows over here will open as well, but we decided to put, you know, characters in front of them instead. But isn't that just the sweetest, funnest, coolest Halloween card? I just think it's awesome. Awesome. Little ghosts in those little windows. Here's one where we only cut around the frame, didn't choose to open, you know, have those open and close. We did stamp and die cut the little silhouettes. You don't have to die cut them. That's an option. If you just wanted to stamp them in black in the window, you could do that too. And then we have another one of our new stencils behind there as well. I'm going to grab that really quickly because I think this card really shows it off. It's called Damask, and it's really, really pretty. Here we show it on the back here. And this is a single stencil. It's a 6x6. And with this one, we actually, I don't know if you can see the kind of glistening in the shimmer, but that's like a gold kind of shimmer paste that we actually put through that stencil, so it's textured. It's a texture paste. And I just think that looks really awesome. I love that. I love this damask. I thought it was, and when we first, you know, came up with this and created this, my thought was Christmas. I'm like, that looks so elegant and beautiful for Christmas cards. And then when I saw this Halloween card, I thought, oh my gosh, that is absolutely fantastic. I love it. So again, it just shows the versatility. You know, when you're thinking of something one way and then you see it with another application, I just thought, wow, that's really a universal stencil again that can be used all year long for all kinds of different things. I absolutely love that. So lots of fun with these. I love Halloween, and I think this mansion and these graveyard ghouls are just the coolest. So here again is that really, really fun card with just those skeletons, and a little sneak peek here again. I'm going to show you what that is just now. We have some new stack sentiments. We've got one for Halloween, and then we also have one for Christmas. So right now I'm going to show you the Halloween. For those of you that are not familiar with stacks, the way that these work is this is one large stamp. So this is a 4x4 stamp. We've got Halloween sentiments in here like have a spooktacular Halloween, let's get spooky, frightful and delightful, you're fabulous, or actually fabulous, I can't speak, a haunting we will go, you're quite bewitching, if you've got it, haunt it, cutest pumpkin in the patch, 'tis the season to get spooky, happy haunting, and something wicked this way comes. So this is one large stamp, and it is going to stamp all of those four squares. And then, you know, if you're familiar with this process, you know that the coordinating dies we've got, for example, stack 1 and stack 2. These dies have those coordinating squares on them. So you take that die, you line up those squares with the squares that you stamped, run it through your machine, through your die cutting machine, and then it's going to cut all of those into individual sentiments that you can use on your cards just like this. 1, 2, 3, bing, bam, boom. You have 11 sentiments ready to go. Choose whichever ones you need. I store the rest of them in the back of my package. However you want to do that is up to you. But with the straight stamps, we've got a whole bunch of these. The newest, like I said, is Halloween, and then we also have a Christmas one I'll show you momentarily. But we have a whole line of those. And the great thing about it is you keep collecting the stamps, but you only have to buy the dies one time. And so we have the original stack, sentiment stack die that cuts all of those out. This has that ribbon cut edge. And then we had stack die number 2, which can be used with all those same stamps. And it has the straight edge to it, that blunt cut edge. So we also have a whole set that's similar to that has a wave. All right, so we've got a whole bunch of wave stamp sets as well, and then the wave dies. But the new thing that we've got going with, if I can get myself straightened out here, going with this, all right, if you've already got these, you can add the Halloween to your collection, or if you don't already have these, pick them up because you can start your collection and it's really, really fun. But we did have some requests from people who wanted to see, like, what if you wanted to put a shadow behind that? I love shadow dies, absolutely love them. So what if you want to put a shadow behind it? Well, now we have shadow dies to go with the stack dies that you already have. So we have, let me clean this up a little bit. This is the very first sentiment stack die that you may already have in your collection. Now we have the sentiment stack shadow die to go with that. So what does that do for you? That will create, actually I have it on the back of this one, and then let me show you the next one is the sentiment stack 2, and then we have a shadow that goes with that. So that actually will cut those little pieces. So like for example, it cuts out, you just run this through and cut the paper. There's no stamping with this one. So it's going to cut a whole bunch of these, all right, all 11 of those. And then from your stamps, you just grab the stamp that fits it. So I would stamp my Halloween stamps, I would cut them with my sentiment stack 2, let's say, and I would get all of these. And then I would grab a coordinating cardstock in whatever color, and I would cut that out with my sentiment stack shadow die, right? So I get a whole bunch of those in all those different sizes. And then I'm just going to kind of go through here and choose what goes with what. And you can see when I line them up how perfect they are. All right? So now I get a perfectly shadowed sentiment. And I can just, a little bit of adhesive, adhere those together, and I'm good to go. And it's going to fit perfectly each and every time. So, again, if you have the sentiment stack 2, you can use the sentiment stack shadow die straight number 2. Those go together. If you have the sentiment stack 1, then you would use the shadow die straight 1. If you have the wave ribbon banner, okay, then we also have the sentiment stack shadow die wave for that. Now the difference, this one is a smaller die because with the wave we've only got 2 different widths to the sentiments. When you look at the straight dies, we have several different widths to all of these, and we want them to line up perfectly so the die is a little bit larger to make sure that we accomplish, that perfection. So those are your 3 different options, and you're going to get absolutely gorgeous results every single time. And like I said, you only have to buy the dies one time. You can continue to add the sentiments to your collection. We're going to keep coming out with different ones. We're having a lot of fun with those, and they are hugely popular. Everybody loves them. I love them. I think they're a lot of fun. I think it's one of the coolest things we've ever actually put out there. So they've been a lot of fun. And they're universal too. That's, you can use them year after year, time after time. They never really go out of style. So I told you how much I love shadow dies, right? We were just talking about those. Thought it would be a lot of fun. You know, we have large words like that large, you know, thankful, for example, the large thankful die I showed you. I wanted to have some large word Halloween dies. And I also wanted to have shadow dies to go with them. So if we flip this over on the back, you can see the dies that we have in here. I also didn't want to have just plain old, you know, Happy Halloween, that kind of thing. I wanted to have some things that were unique and things you didn't see anywhere. So we do have Trick or Treat, which is a little more standard and basic. But we've got Hocus Pocus. We got Creepy and Kooky, Mysterious and Spooky. I mentioned the Addams Family earlier, and I love the Addams Family. So they're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. Lots of fun. So each of these has, you know, it has the die for the word, and then it has the shadow die. Here is a really fun card done just with these large word Halloween dies. And then you can also see that we've got the new Halloween stack stamps in there as well. So lots of fun, super easy, super, super cool and cute. Here we've combined these large word Halloween dies with our Halloween party characters and created a gorgeous card. And you're seeing a sneak peek coming attraction in the back there. I'll be showing you that momentarily. And then here we're showing you the Trick or Treat layered up in white and black, again with Halloween party. And how easy and fun is that? And it just really packs a lot of punch. I think that is a wonderful, clean and simple Halloween card. Really easy to do, but I think it's just really kind of has that big wow factor. So I'm going to get a quick little drink of water here, because like I said, I'm getting over a little bit of a cold. Oh, Kelly is saying love the fonts of those too. I'm so glad you're noticing that, Kelly. I absolutely love those fonts. I think they're a lot of fun. I love that the words are all connected. I think it's really cool. A lot of fun.
Even I love the fonts.
Oh, even Alan says even he loves the fonts. That's saying a lot, because he always says that, you know, whatever it is, I don't know, make sure it's easy to read. So, excuse me. Okay, so we're going to move on to some Christmas stuff now, and I love layering stamps, so that's where this comes from. So our Halloween, our holiday floral. Oh, somebody's asking, are there new stamps for the wave stacks? Not this time. We do tend to, when it comes to the stack stamps, we tend to kind of alternate a little bit. Sometimes we put new waves out. Sometimes we put new straight stamps out. But we do have, I believe we have, what do we have? Do we have a Halloween one for the wave, or was it may have been a fall?
But SMS 102?
No. It was one that we did. I think it was last fall we came out with. Oh, it was Harvest Wishes, I think was what it was. So maybe not necessarily Halloween, but it was Harvest Wishes, and then we had Christmas Wishes. Those are the wave sets that we did. So those are still available and still, you know, perfect. You know, they kind of last, you know, year after year. So, okay, but Christmas, we've got Holiday Floral. This is a large 6x8 stamp set. Now, I really love layering stamps, and I wanted these, I wanted to create, the whole idea came from this tree. It was having this beautiful tree, and let me show you what it looks like. Here's an example of what this gorgeous tree looks like and how large it is on a card. But I wanted to do something that was fun so that I could just choose, you know, 3 or 4 colors and just have the stamps fit so perfectly into a tree. And one that I could do in all different colors. Now we do have flowers and leaves in here. If you want this to be for Christmas, it can be. If you want to do it in fall colors, you can certainly do that, or whatever it is you want to do with it. Here we're showing it's the happiest season of all. That's a little sneak peek of our new Christmas stack stamps with the shadow behind it. But back to this one. You can actually create with this, you can create this beautiful tree by layering up the 4 tree stamps. You can also create some little, I'm going to call them sprigs. There's 4 of them here. And we've created a beautiful wreath by layering those 4 together. You can see what it creates. And we show you on the back, you're going to use this stamp plus this stamp plus this stamp plus this stamp, and this is what you get. Same thing with the trees. This stamp plus this stamp plus this stamp plus this stamp, and you get the tree. So we map it all out there for you. You can do some beautiful, beautiful things. This is one where we have created a wreath with it. But if you want to create a beautiful swag, if you want to create a frame to go around, your card or on your scrapbook pages and things, absolutely versatile and lots of fun. So here's a couple of different looks. We also have this really, really fun die set that frames out. The largest die will frame out the tree just like you see it here. And then we have two other dies that are nested. The next one is going to nest just on the inside. I didn't use it on this card. I only used two of them. The center one cuts out the triangle. And so I stamped that tree and then I cut it out with the largest die, and then I used the smaller die in the center just to pop that up. You can see there's a little bit of dimension there. I popped it up on a little bit of foam. But the really cool thing is if you have this die set, you can cut the tree, but you could just do this with pattern paper. You could use these dies on pattern paper, you can use these dies on colored cardstock, and you can create some really beautiful trees just that way as well. So very, very versatile. We also have the other die that will cut out that little leafy piece, and that's what we did there to create that frame. So I love this. I think that this is absolutely stunning. This is something you can use to really mass produce some gorgeous, gorgeous holiday cards. Like these, or just use these as your inspiration. So I love these. I think they're so, so beautiful. Layering stamps are just, I just think they're spectacular. So that is those. Here is the Christmas stack, and this is going to work with all the dies that I showed you previously. So the Christmas stack, the sentiments in here, you've got Christmas is better when we're together, merry everything, jingle all the way, making spirits bright, have a holly jolly Christmas, 'tis the season to be jolly, dashing through the snow, it's the happiest season of all, walking in a winter wonderland, Feliz Navidad, and warmest wishes this holiday season. So absolutely beautiful. The font in here is just gorgeous too. You are going to notice too that there's different sized fonts in there as well, depending on your sentiment. So you can have some fun with that. Next up we have this is the last of our stencils, I believe. Here we've got a gingham check. It is 2 layering stencils once again. So we're showing you kind of, what that looks like when you layer them up. So you can get some beautiful, beautiful backgrounds with that. Here we're showing it in red, like a light red and a dark red. And then we've got that beautiful new Christmas sentiment stack, and we've die cut it with the sentiment stack die number 1. It's the very first one that has that ribbon cut edge. You could also use that shadow die on this and on the background of that and just change the look entirely. So this gingham I love. I love gingham. I love plaid, like for the holidays. I love it for spring. I love it for summer. I mean, absolutely stunning. You can do some gorgeous things for fall, you could even do this in like black and orange and have a gorgeous background for some of your Halloween cards. So again, really, really versatile. When you look at the collections, as we put them out like on the website, we've kind of allocated some of the stencils, to Halloween, some of them to Christmas, but really, I think I've shown you that you can use all of these stencils all year long. They're really, really versatile. Perfect additions to your craft stash. For those of you that know me, you guys know how much I love Norman Rockwell. My mom always collected every single year when I was growing up. There was a new Norman Rockwell ornament. And so my mom had a collection of those. And so when I was thinking, what could we do for Christmas this year, I thought, I really wanted to have some beautiful stamps to create a little village that reminded me of Norman Rockwell. And so that's where this Christmas village comes from. It's also that in combination with the Christmas villages that a lot of us will actually kind of put up, like a whole table, of, little houses and little trees and little people and all kinds of things, and create a beautiful Christmas village for the holiday. like decorations. So the really fun thing with this, we did something really neat with it. We have several different types of buildings in here. So we've got like some beautiful Victorian houses and some like row houses in here. We've got a little chapel, I guess, here. There's a, oh, I keep forgetting what that's called. What are those called again?
I can't see it.
It's a gazebo. That's what it is. It's a gazebo. We've even got like a little horse and carriage. There's kind of an old-fashioned car here. Really, really fun. If you notice, though, the people are all just solid black. All right, so we're showing them just solid. And I didn't want the people to really stand out. I wanted the people to be secondary. So I wanted these little houses to really be like the village, to be where you're adding all of your color. And then you can stamp in the silhouettes of the people. And here is a gorgeous card where we have just stamped some of these houses. We stamped them and then die cut them with the coordinating dies. All right, there's one for every single little building in there, as well as the car and the horse and buggy. And then we colored them really easily and just layered them in and then stamped. We've actually stamped and then embossed in black the characters. So the characters are secondary. But the characters, like for example, this is like a man and a woman, and they're dressed like kind of like back in like Victorian times. He's got a little cane, like he's walking like with a cane. He's got a top hat. We've got like, where do we have in here? Let me see. There's children playing. This one is like a boy and he's walking his dog. This one is another, it's a person with a little cap on his head, and he's carrying behind him some, some gifts. Just lots and lots of fun. There's carolers here. So you can create a beautiful, beautiful kind of old-fashioned Christmas village scene. And then sneak peek coming attractions. We've got some sentiment stamps for the holidays that I'm going to show you momentarily. Here's another example of a really fun little card with these beautiful Christmas village characters. And then we have that damask in the background, that stencil. So, so pretty. All right, so that is that. My Norman Rockwell. Love those. I really, really, really wanted to have some fun and playful reindeer. And so one of our illustrators just went to town on these reindeer. I mean, look at these characters. Aren't they just the sweetest things? They are so, so fun. The only thing I could think of when I saw this, when this was presented to me, was, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and as you listen to that song, they're playing Reindeer Games. And that's what this looked like to me, because we have, the little elves are like decorating and playing and feeding these reindeer. And it just looked like so much fun. And you can see these little reindeer looking back at the little elves, and they just look so, so sweet. They're climbing up on him. They're just having so much fun, feeding him carrots, and these have the little string of like the little bells and stuff. They're just so, so fun, and lots of expression and joy in their faces. And of course we have the coordinating dies here, and we show you on the back which die goes with which. So I think this is something that is I've never seen anything like these before. And I just absolutely love them. Love, love, love. So then it was like, all right, so now we have these reindeer games, which you can do some amazing, amazing cards with them. But I wanted them to have, I also want them to have like a place. Where can they be? Let's do a Christmas stable. And so these can be used together or separately, however you want to do it. We did a Christmas stable, but I didn't want it to be so much necessarily, I didn't want it to be religious, I guess. I didn't want it to be, didn't want it to be a manger. I wanted it to be a Christmas stable, very holiday-ish and very, North Pole-ish. And so this Christmas stable, I think, is absolutely fantastic. No matter what you celebrate or how you celebrate, or what you believe in, I just think it's so, so fun. So we have this beautiful stable with these gorgeous, like Alice in Wonderland looking trees. Beautiful, beautiful trees. Absolutely love them. We have like hay bale in here. This is like a little, we've got carrots in here. So there's like hay and carrots in this, I don't know if it's a trough or what do you call that? But lots of fun with that. And then we have the dies. You can actually use the largest die will cut out that beautiful stable, and then it cuts out the center of it too, so that you can put the characters, the reindeer and the little elves inside of it. So they're coming out like behind, like as though they're in the stable. So like the elves put them, they went and they're visiting them, just like, how you would put horses in a stable. And so you can actually put them on the inside of it. So here's a beautiful card where we're showing where these little reindeer live. I absolutely love this. I think it's just gorgeous. We've got another one here where we're showing them, and we're showing the little elves, kind of tending to and playing with the reindeer. Sneak peek coming attraction, large word die there. But very different looks to these. I think they're so, so beautiful. Here is another one, and we're showing this again with that kind of fall plaid look, that gingham in the background, that I think is so, so gorgeous. So lots of fun. Lots of fun. In this one, we actually have a little bit of vellum to create like a little window for that stable as well. So I just think these are so lovely. Lots and lots and lots of fun. I love characters and I love creating scenes. You know how much I love that. So those are just gorgeous. So I had mentioned on this beautiful village that we had some new sentiments for Christmas. So, we had the stack sentiments, and then we also have, this is like a larger word sentiments. We've got 7 sentiments in all. So we have believe in the magic of Christmas, the most wonderful time of the year, warmest wishes this holiday season, peace on earth, tidings of comfort and joy, merry and bright, and then joy to the world. So you can see them on the back here. And then we also have coordinating dies. Each one of these sentiments has a die that cuts out the large word, okay, the large phrase, I should say, and then each one also has a shadow. I love having shadow dies with my sentiments. It is one of my most favorite things when I'm working with sentiments. Here we're showing again those little reindeer, the Reindeer Games, and we have one of the stamps from the Christmas stable, and then warmest wishes this holiday season. Really easy, really simple, packs a lot of punch, and I just think it's gorgeous for the holidays. So we do have some new word dies as well. So I showed you the Halloween word dies that we have. We have 3 new Christmas dies. Excuse me, large words. So we have 6 dies in total for the first set. This is our large word Christmas. And if I flip this over, you'll see what they actually look like. So we have Let It Snow, Good Tidings, and 'Tis the Season. Each one of those has its own shadow die to go with it as well. This card here that I showed you already has Good Tidings, and we've actually paired it with one of our stack sentiments, but this shows you the size of the Good Tidings, and it looks absolutely beautiful. So each one of those has, the large word is all intricately cut out. If you look at that, they're all the words are connected, and then you can place the shadow behind it. We did the same thing with Wishing You a Very Merry Christmas. I love this, and the font is so, so sweet. So you can see what it looks like on the back. It's 2 dies once again. Here we're showing it where we've cut out Wishing You a Very Merry Christmas in white. I don't know if you can see it very well, but we've actually got the shadow is cut out of vellum behind it, just to kind of make that stand off of that beautiful paper in the background. And then you recognize that from that holiday floral, that little sprig there, really pretty. But I love that font. It's so, so pretty. Wishing You a Very Merry Christmas. And then we also have, oh, this is the 'Tis the Season. This 'Tis the Season is also from the large word Christmas dies. So that's 'Tis the Season, which is right here. And again, we're showing it. We've cut it out of a beautiful kind of, sparkly paper there. And then we put vellum behind it, which is a really popular thing that we're doing these days. Notice that paper behind, it's another sneak peek coming attraction with all the paper that you're seeing back there. And then the last one that we have is Christmas wishes. This is a large die, Christmas wishes. You can see what it looks like on the back there. All right, so the Christmas and the wishes is all connected in one die, and then you have the shadow behind it. And you can see how large that is. All of these, I think, these word dies are going to be gorgeous for your cards. They're perfectly sized for A2 cards, for larger cards, for your slimline cards, and they're absolutely stunning for scrapbook pages as well. So I'm collecting these. I absolutely love large word dies, and I love that they're universal and they can be used year after year after year. So lots and lots and lots of fun with those. So for those of you that are familiar with our layering, excuse me, cover plates, all right, our layering cover plate dies. I've already told you how much I love to have checks and plaids and stuff for the holidays. So what better time to bring out plaid cover plate dies? We've got plaid 1, 2, and 3. Each of these can be used on their own. These are A2 size. And it has that blade on the outer edge. It's going to cut it to a perfect A2 size, and then you get a gorgeous pattern with each of these. All right, and they're all designed to be used individually, but they can also be layered. So let me show you what these look like. The colors that I'm going to show you are going to be more fall-ish, but for right now, and they also don't look great. I've got colors that are very high in contrast, so you can really see on camera what they're going to look like. So here is the first one. All right, so this one, let me move these over. This is plaid cover plate 1. This is what it's going to look like when you cut it. All right, so that's the first one. This is plaid cover plate 2. So they're beautiful to use as cover plate, like backgrounds on your cards by themselves. That is number 2. And then this one is number 3. All right, again, use these individually. They're amazing. But I mentioned that they can be layered. So let me show you what these look like once you start layering them up. And this is when you're going to see why I have such strong contrast in the colors. Look how stunning. I have these layered up 1, 2, and then 3. And you can see we carefully designed these cover plates so that as you layer them, you can always see bits and pieces of all of the others through them. So what happens if I do 2 and then 3 and then 1? See how different that looks? What if I put 3 and then 1 and then 2? Different look entirely. But you can always see bits and pieces of them all. What if I really kind of shuffle them around? A different look again. And so on, and so on, and so on. All right, they look different no matter how you layer them up. So they're absolutely amazing. Here is a card that we're showing you for Christmas where we've layered all 3 of them together. We've got some in gold there and in red and a beautiful kind of a pink. We've combined that with our Christmas wishes large word with the shadow. Sneak peek, we've got some ephemera here from a new paper collection. Absolutely gorgeous. So lots of fun with these. Again, they can be used individually. You can mix and match them. Now, what if you only want to mix and match 2 of them? You can do that. It doesn't have to be all 3. All right? You can get different looks no matter how you layer them up together. So use them individually, mix and match them in any combination you want. Really, really versatile. And they're plaid, so these are going to work for you all year long in whatever color combinations you want. So again, another wonderful staple that you can add to your craft stash. So I really wanted to have, Alan, we're probably going to have to come to camera 3 at this point. I really wanted to have an A2 envelope die. You know how much I love envelope dies. Our slimline envelope dies are just amazing and really, really easy to use. So I wanted to have some A2 envelopes, and I thought it'd be perfect to have them for Halloween cards and Christmas cards. So we've got a little addition of a liner die to go with this too. So we've got 3 dies in this A2 envelope. And we're showing you on the back, you need, 1 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, and we show you how you put them together, and you're going to get beautiful envelopes like this one. Look how perfect. It's a perfect A2 envelope. This liner die, it's one die, all right, and it shows you on the back what you're going to pair it with the envelope sold separately. This is what your liner looks like and how it fits on the inside. And so we have done the inside in a beautiful gold foil. And here is a beautiful Christmas card. We've used 2 of those plaid layering dies, one of them in red, the other in a gold foil, and then our Christmas Wishes sentiment die, the large word sentiment die, and the shadow behind it. And look how beautiful this is together. I mean, such a beautiful set. You can create these. I mean, you can mass produce this so fast, so easily, and this would be a spectacular set of Christmas cards to send out to your family and friends. Absolutely love them. And we've only got 3 colors going on. Everybody has white cardstock. All you need is some gold foil and some red cardstock, and you are good to go. I mean, how beautiful. Absolutely love that. You can also create Halloween envelopes. This uses our Graveyard Ghouls, right? This is this beautiful little card. And let me come in a little bit closer on this so I can show this. And this one we did very, very minimal coloring. So again, you can mass produce this. It's really just kind of mostly in black and white. And then here is the envelope that goes with that. And you've got the liner there. So lots of fun, a beautiful set, gorgeous, gorgeous Halloween cards here with a coordinating envelope. So I love these, absolutely love these. And again, our envelope dies are so easy to use because all you do is cut the pieces. And we show you with the base, this die on the outside here, you need 1 of those. And with each of these 2 end pieces, you just cut 2 of those. We show you how to lay them out. You're just going to put your tape and just, adhere them. I mean, it's folded in and you're done. It literally is an envelope in a matter of minutes. And the liner die fits in there absolutely perfectly. So lots of fun with those. One of my favorite things in this whole collection. So what else do we have? Let's see, a couple more things. We're getting to the end. Told you there's a lot. Gingerbread card kits. Love these. For those of you that have seen that the warning is just because it's a plastic bag. But for those of you that have seen the card kits that we've done in the past, this has got everything you need. This is going to make 15 cards. You've got 15 white card bases, 15 white A2 envelopes. You get all of this ephemera, little gingerbread, and we've even got instructions in here on how to make 15 little gingerbread cards. I mean, this is fantastic for, if you just want to sit down and create some cards really quickly. If your kids want to make Christmas cards for their class. If you want to sit down and have a little project for your kids to do even, this is absolutely wonderful, or your grandkids or whatever it is. But really, really fun. I love these. I think the gingerbread are just so sweet and again, easy. You can follow the instructions that we have in here. It's, this card or this piece plus that piece. Or you can make your own designs. It's totally up to you, but you're going to get a ton of ideas in here and a ton of pieces. So you can see here, these are the 3 pieces you need, and you're just going to layer them up, 1, 2, 3, and you have that card. So it's really, really easy. This opens up, so you have even more ideas on the inside. So lots of good stuff there. These I think are just spectacular, and I think these are going to go really fast too. They're just wonderful. So again, 15 cards. You get everything you need. All you need is adhesive or foam if you want to pop them up and have some dimension. We're going to have to go to camera 3 on this one. Now, I love envelopes, right? I thought it would be fun to have an envelope box die. So this is a 3-die set. Little disclaimer here, this die, this large die here is quite large. It measures 7.8 inches by 6.5. So on the shortest side, it's 6.5 inches. So in order to cut this die in a die cutting machine, you do have to have a die cutting machine that has a bed that is going to accommodate a 6.5 inch width. So like some of your smaller machines, they're not going to work. You are going to need to have a larger machine. So keep that in mind if you're interested in this A2 envelope box die. But you're going to get that large die that's going to create most of the box, and then these other two dies are going to create the flaps. And again, on the back, we lay it all out. You can have your box open on the short side or on the long side, but we show you exactly how you lay it out and what does it look like. It is so sweet. Now, this is going to create it's a little gift box. This is not a shipper box. It's not a shippable box, all right, because it is just made of, of cardstock. But this is a little box that I put together, and it is so beautiful, and you can have almost like a little stationery set or a box of cards if you want to give them as a gift. And I just used a piece of 12 by 12 paper, scrapbook paper, and embellished it a little bit with some ephemera that I'm going to show you momentarily. And on the inside here, this one is actually fitting 4 cards on the inside of this box. So this box itself is a little bit larger than A2. This is an A2 card. You can see how that fits, right? Let me get one that's maybe, there we go. You can see how it fits. So the box is a little bit larger than A2, and it's about an inch in depth there. But I can fit 4 cards, and so here I have 4 gorgeous cards. This one is a little shaker. Look how sweet that is. So fun. And here, look at that one. Isn't that just gorgeous? Here's another one. These are so easy, so beautiful. Mostly done with ephemera. So it's an absolutely beautiful set. So if you wanted to give a little set of Christmas cards to your friends, to your family, or maybe some Halloween cards or birthday cards or whatever it is you want to do, they go right inside here just like so. Just put a little bit of, adhesive, or put a little tie or something, or a little magnet, and you've got a beautiful little gift set of cards, and it's perfect with this A2 envelope box. So next up, in case you're wondering what all this paper is and all that ephemera and all of that stuff, drum roll please, we have a brand new collection that we're calling McKenna Christmas. I need a very quick little drink here. Okay, McKenna Christmas, we have 12 by 12 papers only. We did not do the slimline. We did not do the 6 by 6. This is going to be 12 by 12 papers only. You get 12 sheets double-sided, 2 of each in this collection. Let me take you through these. This is what you saw on a lot of those projects that I've been showing you. So you get 2 of each. They're double-sided. Look how gorgeous that is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Those gorgeous non-traditional pink poinsettias. Excuse me. Here's some of those little deer, the little beautiful deer in their little snowy scene with those gorgeous trees. And on the back, Christmas lights. Remember Christmas lights like that? I do. Beautiful. Look at the colors. I love this set. Non-traditional holiday colors are, I just think they're amazing. This has a beautiful scene on the back. So gorgeous. Look at that. Look how beautiful. And then on the back here, you can cut this into strips. All right, I love papers like this. You can cut into strips and have little borders on your scrapbook pages. They're absolutely amazing. Excuse me. Little trees, gorgeous trees. Look at those snowflakes. Pink snowflakes. I love that. That's what you're seeing on here. Look at these gorgeous baubles. And then on the back. Oh my gosh, absolutely beautiful. That is the McKenna Christmas 12 by 12. All right. This is a matte finish. It has a beautiful, beautiful little texture to it. It is a really good, heavy cardstock, complete matte finish. Absolutely love how luxurious this paper looks and feels. It's wonderful. In addition to that, we have puffy stickers. You saw this on a lot of the cards and projects that I showed you already. Where did that card go? What did I do with that? Let me find that slimline card. I lost. Oh, it's in my hand. We have the large alpha puffy stickers in that beautiful, you actually get 2 sheets of it. It's kind of that minty green. Absolutely stunning. We've got different shades of green in the paper, and this was kind of the minty green that comes from it. And then we also have the small alpha stickers in the multicolor. We've got the enamel dots, and then you get all of this ephemera. It's a whole pack of 43 pieces of ephemera, and that's what you saw on a lot of these cards. Here's ephemera here. This is all ephemera. When you look at these cards again, this card is all done with paper and ephemera. This is ephemera and the puffy sticker. So we have the Merry and Bright right there, and that's all ephemera, and then the paper in the background. This one here, we've got those beautiful poinsettias that we cut from that large paper, and then some of the ephemera here. And this is puffy stickers again, and then the paper in the background. Absolutely gorgeous. Fun, easy, stunning. Absolutely stunning. Then, let me show you some more samples, because we've got some really gorgeous, gorgeous samples. Check this out. For those of you that love scrapbooking, I am like massively into scrapbooking again. I'm loving it. I love all the new designs and new, styles of scrapbooking. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. One of our little, this actually was cut, all these little leafy things here were cut with our poinsettia, layered poinsettia die set, and just a whole bunch of them, all layered in, cut from this beautiful McKenna Christmas. You can see that we have some of the ephemera in here and the puffy stickers, and here we've got the little enamel dots are just kind of sprinkled around in there. They're so, so pretty. Here is a gorgeous, gorgeous card with the sweetest little boy ever. Oh my goodness. Beautiful patterns, all playful together, ephemera and the little enamel dots and some of the puffy stickers. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Enamel dots kind of popped in there for some texture and a little bit of shine. So, so, so pretty. And then here is one with my boys that I did. And again, I just very simply cut out some of those poinsettias from the McKenna paper and layered in. Here's some of the puffy alpha here, that's the smaller puffy alpha, the enamel dots in there. This is one of those strips. Remember I said how much I love, when you can cut strips from the paper. So lots of fun, just had a lot of fun with that, getting some of that ephemera in there, and it's just gorgeous. So you can see that you can use this collection for, it's so versatile. We have all these scrapbook pages. We have this beautiful, little envelope box card, right, with the ephemera on the front. And then we have all of these gorgeous cards here. Everything works so beautifully together. We've even got a slimline card here. And again, it's just with paper and ephemera. So it's an incredibly versatile collection. I absolutely love it. And the colors are spectacular. Absolutely beautiful. Icy pinks and aquas and greens. And I just think it's so beautiful. So anyway, I love the collection. I love everything that we've done for fall and Halloween and for Christmas. And then McKenna is just, over the top. So that is everything. I know it's a lot, but we're really kind of spanning, several holidays and all through winter, and lots and lots of wonderful stuff. And I think that we've created some really unique products here that you can use also, for these holidays, but they're going to last, for months and months and months and years, because I think they're going to be staples. I love to have products that I am not going to be, just using once or twice and being done with it. I love to have products that I'm going to reach for, time after time, month after month, year after year, and they're going to work because they're not. They're trendy, but they're not. Does that make sense? They're new, they're fresh, they're beautiful, but it's not something that says, oh, that looks like 1980. You know what I mean? I think that we've created products that are going to last a lifetime, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun with them. So everybody, thank you so much for joining me tonight. We've waited. I've waited to show this to you guys. I couldn't wait to show it to everybody. I really appreciate you guys spending your time with me tonight. Again, take a look at all the videos that we've got so far on our YouTube channel. When you get your products home, you're going to look at those videos and you're just going to have a fantastic start to crafting with them. Lots of inspiration there. Take a look at everything that our design team put out today and that they're putting out over the weekend. Just a big launch with a lot of beautiful products and inspiration on not only on our YouTube channel, but also on our inspiration blog. Check out our Instagram. The stuff that our team is doing is absolutely amazing, massively inspirational. You're going to get a lot of gorgeous ideas for when you sit down with your new products. And like I said, these products are not only on our website, these products are showing up at your favorite stores right now, whether it's your favorite brick and mortar store near you, your favorite online store. Go take a look and support your local stores. That's where we really want you to go, is support your favorite stores. And they're getting their products in. Everything has shipped. So you're going to start seeing these everywhere. Yay! All right, everybody, that is it for tonight. I will be back, or Alan and I will be back next week. We're going to start playing with these goodies and showing you some fun things that you can do with them in addition to all the stuff that we're sharing this weekend with the new release. Thank you so much for everybody, for showing up and supporting us tonight and spending your evening with us on this Friday evening when you probably, could have had, other plans. So I really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. Alan, thanks you. And have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you next week. Bye, everybody.